Is there anything I can do, sir? Please. Don't do this to my wife, man. You don't know what you're doing to my family, man. Please. I'm begging you. I'm literally where am I going to put my feet? Sir, I'm begging you. Please. Please. Please.
Today's video takes us to New York City with a stop in the subway system where we find little Davey boy who has a brown paper bag with a can in it. And it looks like you know what, except it isn't. And then little Davey becomes offended when somebody mentions that it's alcohol. And he says he's in recovery and he's offended by that. Oh, dearie me, little Davey boy. Let's all sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy, Davey boy.
It's not a beer, right? It's not a beer, right?
Ignoring us is
This is not alcohol, right?
What's your name?
It's not alcohol, right?
What's your name?
Officer Bar.
Okay, your name?
Elaine.
Huh?
Elaine.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, but like, can you answer my question now? No?
I'm okay.
Alright, can you please drop that on the
Yeah.
Nah, I'm okay.
Alright. We're just asking you to drop it on the ground, sir.
I'm okay.
Yes, can you put this down, okay?
Am I detained?
You're being
For a
stopped
crime?
for an open container in the transit system right now. Okay?
Stop for what crime?
You're violating MTA rule regulations because you have an open container. Can you just drop it on
Open
the
container where?
ground? In your hand. Can you just drop it on the
Open
ground?
container what?
I'm not sure, but you can't.
Okay.
You just have
Little Davey did this on another video where he pretended to have an alcoholic beverage inside a brown paper bag, and he was kicked out of the subway. Now apparently New York City has some kind of law where you can't have open containers on the platform or on the train. Now it doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. Apparently any beverage will do. Yeah, so let's find out what happens today, little Davey.
to put it on the ground.
The only MTA rule says you can't have it on a conveyance. I'm not on a conveyance. I'm on a platform.
Okay.
Okay?
Can you just put that on the ground?
So why are you bothering me?
Can you just put that on the ground, sir?
I don't answer questions. How can I help you? For what crime?
Do you have ID, sir?
For what crime?
You're being stopped for open.
For what crime?
Sir, can you put this down?
Open container is not a crime.
Sir, can you put this down?
No, I'm drinking it.
You're on the stop now, so you have to put
I'm on a
this down.
platform. I'm not on a train.
Yeah.
Look up the MTA rules. It says open container on a conveyance. I'm not on a conveyance.
Put this down.
For what? Why are you bothering me? Am I on a train? Am I on a bus?
I ask you a
Am I on an Omni? I don't answer questions. You answer my question. I don't have to answer your questions. Can I get your card? What crime are you bothering me for? Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. Yeah, call your supervisor. Because right now you're harassing me.
I'm betting that if this were two men, it would have turned out completely different. We had a completely different outcome on this story. But little Davey wants to test the waters with female cops. You keep playing that FAFO game, Davey, you'll find out for sure, sweetheart.
For no crime?
Ask you a question.
What crime are
It's not
you?
harassment.
Okay. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. If you want to go further with harassing me for no crime, call your supervisor.
If you have any question, you can call my
What are you
command.
trying to enforce right now?
I just asked you a question about
Okay.
the open container.
I don't want to answer it.
Yeah, no.
I don't have to answer your questions. Do I have to answer your questions?
I asked you if this is like alcohol. You can say yes or no.
And I can remain silent too, right?
Okay.
Didn't you swear oath to protect my right to remain silent?
Listen,
I don't have to incriminate myself, ma'am.
Listen, I didn't want to like just ask you about something.
You can ask all you want.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if
you can't
don't
demand
like,
an answer.
Yes. No. I can ask if you.
You
if
can
you're
ask.
Silent, you can be silent. If you don't want to like answer, you cannot answer. But like,
I chose not to answer.
yeah, that's good.
And you can ask me for ID all you want. You can't demand ID because there's no crime.
We all know that the crime occurred many, many years ago, little Davey, when you were born. That's when the real crime occurred. And now we're stuck with you. Look at you.
Is this is a consensual stop, right? This is consensual.
I don't even.
Am I detained?
Give us a second, sir. We're talking.
Okay. If you don't tell me if I'm detained, I'm gonna walk away.
So I'm just gonna take this.
You can't take my property. It's the Fourth Amendment.
It's,
You can't take my property. That's like me just coming up and taking your hand sanitizer. You can't do that. Call your supervisor.
all right. So listen, all I'm gonna ask you to do is just leave.
For what crime? I paid to be here,
That's fine.
right? So what crime are you? I'm not breaking the MTA rule, and I'm not breaking a law. So why are you asking me to leave?
Because you have an open container.
Okay, I can have a drink on the platform. That's why they sell. That's why they have stores.
That's not true.
Man, they have stores on the platform where you could buy. Who said anything about alcohol?
You cannot have alcohol in the
Who said anything about alcohol? You did. Did I say I had alcohol? Did I say, do you do an investigation? You know what this is? You do an investigation, you know what these are? Do an investigation. Do you smell alcohol? Am I slurring my words?
Now, in just a moment, little Davey's going to claim he's in recovery. Are you a recovering alcoholic, Davey? Because I tell you one thing, there is no such thing as a recovering alcoholic. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. I tell you that straight out, Bo. Yeah, anyway, he's going to say he's offended. Do you think you want to file a lawsuit against the NYPD because they've offended you, little Davey?
No, I'm just like.
So what leads you to think that it's alcohol? What makes you think it's alcohol?
I just said like it's open container. I didn't say like open container.
It could be an open container. Both of y'all you literally just said
I
alcohol.
just asked you.
She just said I have alcohol.
Sir, we approached you because we saw an open bottle.
Okay, that's
You're not allowed
fine.
to have an open bottle in transit, okay?
I can't have an open bottle on the train, ma'am. I can have an open bottle upstairs and I can have an open bottle on the platform because they have stores on the platform, ma'am.
So listen,
You just can't have an open container on the
all I'm
train.
asking you to do is just to leave.
I'm waiting for the train. I paid my fare to take the train. I'm not breaking any rules and I'm not breaking any laws. So I don't understand why you're still bothering me. There's no law, there's no rule being broken, and there's no law being broken. So why are you bothering me? You can't take the L? Your ego is keeping you here, right?
Sir, at this point you're making.
Because you enforce laws.
making
You're offending me. You're offending me.
Okay, that's fine.
First of all, I'm in recovery, ma'am. So for you to sit here and continuously say that I'm drinking alcohol, I'm offended. So why are you still here? Why are you still here?
This is like alcohol.
Okay, and I said I don't want to answer that question. I'm offended by that question.
Little Davey's offended. Yeah, right. How long have you been in recovery, little Davey? When did you stop drinking? How long's it been? How long have you been sober, little Davey? I bet he still has a taste from time to time, don't you, little Davey? Look at him. Yeah, it's like saying he stopped smoking cigarettes. Every time we see him, he got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
But
So I don't feel the need to
never
answer
said
it.
that you have
She
alcohol.
said I have alcohol.
She said open container.
I said, why are you asking me to leave? She said, because you're drinking alcohol. What proof do you have it's alcohol? You smell alcohol?
So I'm sorry if I offended you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I apologize. I didn't mean to offend you. It's just you have a concealed container. So
Okay.
It's open. It's
It's
our
open
job to like
to
stop and ask
ask
for something.
It's your job to enforce laws.
Yes, it's a law. So it's a rule.
It's a violation. It's not a law.
It's still a law.
Violations are not laws, ma'am.
Any other
Educate
questions?
yourself. Violations are not laws. And you made contact with me. So why are you asking me if I have questions? I didn't approach you. You approached me.
Because this is like our job. We care about
You can ask questions all day, but a violation is not a law. You enforce laws, and this is civil. Anything in NTA is civil. It's not criminal.
But this is
So
like
what are we
our
doing
job to
here?
Approach if we see something and address it.
You can address it, but not harass me. You can't continuously harass me.
I didn't harass you. I just asked
Okay.
you. This is like about
She accused me of having alcohol twice on camera, on 3 different cameras. She accused me of having alcohol.
So little Davey just made an interesting statement. I don't know if anybody caught it or not. He said that anything that happens in the subway is a civil crime. It can't be considered a criminal crime. So you're telling me that all the crimes that go on in that subway, nobody can be prosecuted for them, little Davey? Because there's terrible crimes that happen every single day in the New York City subway. You're saying those are all civil cases? You really are stupid, aren't you?
how she said it. She apologized you. Or like, but like it's our job. If we see like it might be a violation, I have to.
You know what else
address
is your
it.
job? What is the most important thing about your job? Can you tell me what the most important thing about your job is?
This has nothing to do with that, so
To protect the Constitution, right?
yeah.
So why are you trying to violate my rights?
I'm not violating.
I have a 4th Amendment right to hide my identity and hide what I'm drinking. I can do that in public. like I said, I'm not breaking any transit rules.
But if I see something, I have to address
Yeah,
it.
you can.
Yeah. That's why I ask you a simple question.
You can.
And what do
I'm
I
not
do?
saying you can't ask me questions. You can ask me questions all day, but you can't demand an answer. You can't say I have to
But
answer
did I
you.
force you to answer? No, I asked you that one
You
time.
kind of did tell me I have to answer you. I don't have to answer you. I never have to speak to you ever. So, am I detained? Am I detained? Okay. All right.
He's not detained, but he still wants to stand there and argue with the police. And what did he say the most important job of the police is? To protect the Constitution? Really? So we should just ignore all these people who are running around New York City committing crimes that have nothing to do with the Constitution. Is that what you're saying, Davey?
So what can I do for you?
You're good? You don't have anything to talk about anymore?
You made contact with me, ma'am.
No, I'm asking
You're
you if you
dismissed.
have any more questions.
No, you're
I'm
dismissed.
dismissed?
You can go back to work. Have a nice day. That's a walk of shame right there. Stand there in silence.
It's unbelievable, isn't it, good people, that you would have nothing better to do in life than harass New York Police Department's finest. Why? 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 Oh, that's right. He needs clicks and views for his pitiful YouTube channel, which really isn't doing that well ever since he got demonetized and came back. Nah, he just didn't pick up the same amount of views as he normally did before that. But that's a good thing. And not to worry, you know, if you enjoy watching stupid people do stupid things on my channel, please subscribe. Because as little Davey points out in this video, there's no end to the stupidity on YouTube when it comes to frauditors and the things that they will do for clicks and views on their pitiful YouTube channels, even faking having an open container of alcohol. Please check out Dr. Day's other channels, including Dr. Day, Frauditor, Terminator. Oh, there's 4 fabulous fools up frauditing over there to laugh at. And then there's Dr. Day's main channel, which has over 6,000 video uploads for your viewing pleasures. Little Davey needs to find a job. Yeah, but I don't know, what kind of job could little Davey do? Maybe he could work for the subway system, and somebody with a camera could film him one day. Now that would not be something. Yeah, little Davey, get a damn job. Cheers to that.
An ordinances book. Yep, that's correct. Say, come again. Is there any reason why these officers are here? I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film in here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want you
film
it.
Call the sheriff. I have permission.
You can't-
I
no,
don't
you
want
don't
you to
have
film. Don't get
permission,
close to
and
me.
that's all.
You want to go that route? What is the reason for calling the officers here? I want to know what your job title is to see if you're able to assist.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who's the one who called the officers in the first place? Because this may become a legal suit now. This is transparency. I'm conducting an audit. While I wait for the clerk to show me the statute about freedom of information, I need to do an inspection on the town, city, zoning and ordinances book. I have permission. I have permission. I have permission to film here, sir. Ma'am, please ask your superior before disrespecting somebody of the public. Where's the water department for this town? Don't yell. I'm talking to you softly. Why are you yelling at me?
Sir, please stop recording me.
Okay, I need to do an
Please,
inspection.
I understand that. Please stop recording me right now. You do not have my permission to record me.
Okay, is your facility open to the public?
Not currently.
Not currently, okay. Okay, can you comply with my request? Where's your water department? Ma'am, you're totally wrong. This will become a legal matter if you choose to go this route. Should I go over FOIA law with you?
No, I don't need to see that.
Show me the statute.
Sir?
Can you show me the statute?
Sir.
Who are you with?
What do you mean, who am I?
Who are you with?
What do you mean? I have the right to record, ma'am. I have permission here with me. I'll be waiting for the statute. Thank you. I'll be waiting for the book, sir. Ma'am, this is going to turn out a legal matter.
Okay, sir.
This is going to become a legal matter. Please comply. Pass. I got a pass. Along with an inspection on the zoning and town zoning and ordinances book. I'm going to be conducting some business here. I'm going to be recording it. Ma'am, it's up to you, ma'am. There may be a suit in the court of law for non-compliance. What do you mean who I'm with, ma'am?
I don't know what you want.
I don't know why you're giving me a hard time or a bad attitude. In order to do an inspection on a book readily available. All right, ma'am. What's your first name?
How can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me what's your first name?
Who are you?
The budget book, ma'am. I need to
I
do.
don't have, if you want to have a seat, I'll ask.
Sure, that's fine. Ma'am, I have permission to film. I have permission. I have permission here. Well, you see, the thing is, my good man. Anyhow, compliance is the key, folks. Where does it state that? Ma'am, I need stamped copies of these FOIA here.
Can I help you?
Yeah, sure, possibly. I'm acting as press, ma'am. First Amendment. And I also have permission here with me. Okay, ma'am, you also have to abide by 2635.101 basic obligations of public service. Sir, I'm abiding by the statutes. It does not require a name in order to obtain record. Okay, well, you're talking unlawful. You're talking incorrect. That is not true what you just stated. Come again? Very rude. I'm not rude. It all shows on camera. You're the one who's rude. Well, anyhow.
No one really cares.
No one really cares? An inspection, if I wanted to take digital photocopies.
No, you cannot.
Absolutely, I can,
No,
ma'am.
you cannot.
Please comply with the law. Are you refusing service? Just tell me you're refusing service. Hand me over your business card and you will be hearing from my lawyer. If you go ahead and record, that means you're creating a public record and you cannot delete that off your personal phone. Your personal phone becomes a public record.
That's fine. I'll record it.
Okay. Well, sir, there's options to conduct business in person. You can't refer everybody to online. I'm not going to refuse my identification. However, I have not committed any crime. You cannot articulate that I have broken a law. Here's what I will tell you. Ma'am, there's no expectation of privacy in public. You could just call me sir. I'd like to file a police report of non-compliance about a employee that works here. Sir, I don't answer any questions.
You don't respect me. Why would
So therefore, I'm not obligated to provide any identification in this matter.
you talk about my wife? What does my wife have to do with anything?
No, I'm not providing an address, ma'am. I'm doing a general inspection.
What does my wife? Why put up a picture and say that's my wife of a goat?
Not in my uniform, however, I do have my clipboard with me. That is not lawful, what you told me.
We're gonna have a ball at your cemetery. We're gonna bring you a rose, okay? We're gonna bring you a rose, and we're gonna say you were dishonorable. He's attached to the affidavit too. He's part of the enterprise. You drew first blood. Just like you do with all these auditors, you draw first blood. In the next 3 days, I'm going to have a criminal enterprise community section, and it's going to be real well detailed. I got an attorney that's helping me draft it up and write it up. Scumbag. You're just a plain scumbag, man. You want to say why I'm upset and stuff. We're going to prove that you are breaking U.S. code. If I really wanted to be petty, I would take you to court.